I'm Ray Pardini Matson, and this is the Coffee Monday podcast. Here, we talk about all the things, the messy, the meaningful, and everything in between that fuels your week. I sit down with people who are figuring it out, leveling it up, and keeping it real all along the way. All right, friends, let's pour into it. Today, we have such a fun episode lined up for you. I'm joined by Nicala and Tory, the powerhouse duo behind Little Dreamers Company. These two are not only co-founders, but also moms, friends, and creative visionaries who have taken their pajama brand from a simple idea on a coffee playdate to a fast-growing business loved by families everywhere. If you've been on TikTok or Instagram lately, you've probably seen their viral Buffalo-inspired pajamas. Yes, the ones that even made it to the Bills Mafia fame thanks to a little family connection. And now they're stepping into a brand new chapter, expanding into adult pajamas, finally, something for us grown-ups to get cozy in. We're talking about the whirlwind of growing a business while raising a family, what it's like to go viral overnight, and how they balance the chaos of mom life and entrepreneurship, and of course, the new PJs everybody's obsessed with. But before we get into all of that, let's start with the classic Coffee Monday chat. These ladies talk about their coffee orders and how they're surviving and thriving in more ways than one. You don't want to miss this episode. My favorite episode so far because we get to be in our pajamas.
I know.
So fun. Thank you, ladies. What a treat.
Yes.
We have Nicala and Tory here from Little Dreamers Company, and so excited to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Co-founders,
Thank you for having us.
Moms, sisters, friends, wives. You guys do it all. I can't wait to dive into all the things.
Yeah, we're excited.
Excited to have you here. And to be in my pajamas. This is a true treat.
Hey, when I don't ever have to pick an outfit, I'm good. I was already stressed. I'm like, what am I going to wear?
Right? Box checks.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me with that, too. I'm so honored.
Yes.
So first things first, we're on Coffee Monday. We're talking all things coffee. Do you ladies drink coffee? Tell me what your orders are here.
Oh, we sure do.
Okay.
When you have kids, you have to. Golden Eagle, extra sweet, because I am a sugar girl.
Yeah.
I don't really like the taste of coffee. I like the cream and then the sugar part of it. So extra sweet here.
I love a Golden
Yes.
Eagle. That's
Yep.
awesome.
And I'm just iced vanilla latte with oat milk. So
Ooh.
Can't go wrong.
can't go wrong. Basic.
Can't go wrong. I'm an oat
Basic.
milk latte girly too.
Yeah.
I do love a Golden Eagle with oat milk. It's all good.
Yeah.
It depends on your flavor, your day, time of day, season, all of that. Even though I do drink hot coffee all year round.
Really?
Okay, you do.
Yeah. And I'm like really hot
Yeah.
thinking
It starts
about
making
it.
me
But
sweat
it
when I'm
does.
in
Yeah,
summer,
yeah.
you know, like,
I don't know.
gotta
Something
do
about
ice.
warm coffee in the morning for me.
I do have
Right.
hot coffee in the morning, but then
Right.
I'm a 2 coffee a day person.
Right.
You know, I need to
Yeah.
pick me up by like
Yeah,
noon.
one of each.
Were you like that before kids too?
Kids definitely, you know, made things a little different,
Yeah.
but changed a little bit. But
Yeah.
I was maybe 1, but now I'm definitely 2 after kids. Yeah.
Same.
Sometimes it's still not enough.
Yeah.
I know, right? There's not
3.
enough
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah.
So tell me, littles, ages, boys,
Yeah.
girls, give me the lowdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a daughter that just turned 3. Her name is Harlow. And then I have a little boy, and his name's Trey, and he's 10 months.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have 2 boys. My oldest is Cashton, and he's 2.5 years. And then Cooper is about to turn 1. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Do you have any big plans for the first birthday?
we do. We're actually having first year down football theme.
Oh, how cute. Are you kidding?
Yes,
That's adorable.
I know. We already got photos. His photos are done, and he's holding a football, and it's going to be perfect.
my
Yeah, we're so excited.
It's so fun. So fun. Well, let's talk about your relationship first, because I feel like in starting a business, firstly, I commend you for actually doing it. Okay, so let's talk about that, because we all have ideas, we all have big dreams, no pun intended. But you know, there's a lot of times where people, and I've had this conversation with moms over the years,
Yeah.
through Mother Upload and just other networking opportunities, where they are so afraid to just do it. Like they don't. They're almost like just sort of like frozen. Like they just can't pull the trigger. They don't even know, they're overwhelmed. They don't know where to begin. And it just feels like too much, so they're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
That probably is the biggest hurdle, is doing it.
Yeah.
So whenever people ask us, like, what is some advice? I'm like, just do it. Like, that's the main advice that I have, because that's the scariest thing. And once you're in it, everything starts coming, you know, it's like natural, I guess, at that point, and you know what to do, but that very first step is the biggest step ever.
It is.
So it's
And
hard.
I also think passion has a lot to do with it. It's like we were very passionate and we loved bamboo pajamas on our kids before we even started this business. So that's what really like inspired us to like, hey, like we both have boys now and we couldn't find any cute boy clothes, so why not make them ourselves? And so that was like our inspiration, but like we're just so passionate about it, and I feel like that drives, you know, our business. And you know, every day we wake up and it's what we love to do.
So fun. And I feel like that is what keeps it going. Also too, you found a need. I feel like that if you have a solution to a problem, right?
Right.
You found like, oh, there weren't cute prints for boys, or you have a special, you know, bamboo sort of aesthetic and feel and touch that you want for your children. Like, let's make it happen. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so how did you guys, how'd you come up, like, how were you want that, like a coffee date or a play date or something, and you're like, oh, by the way, we should start a business? Like, how does that
literally
come up?
no
Literally.
like just like it wasn't
Wow.
even we were at lunch, but it wasn't like a lunch where we were like, what, like, let's plan a business. Like, we were just catching up. And we were
and
both
actually
pregnant.
we were both pregnant, but actually that was like our first like lunch date,
Yeah.
right? Like we've known each other forever. We grew up in Fireball, but you know, like I've never really sat down with her husband. She's never really sat down with my husband.
Yeah.
And we were just like, let's meet at Mad Duck. We all deserve, well, our husbands deserved a beer at the time. We couldn't drink. But let's just have a lunch date and have fun and chat about all
life.
life.
Just catch up. And you were in similar stages of life being
Exactly.
pregnant. Okay.
Exactly. We had the little one.
Yeah.
So it was just sheer just chance, and we were just talking about it because we were talking about, you know, working and then being pregnant with our second one. We're like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna now have 2 kids? Like, what are we doing? And like, obviously everyone's dream is to be your own boss. Like, who doesn't want to be their own boss? And we were just kind of, the conversation went there, and then we're like, what can we do, you know? And then we were also talking about like having boy pajamas and the designs they have, and it's like all the same, sharks, dinosaurs, very, you know, to me, maybe blah. When you have a little girl, it's the cutest thing ever, you know? It's just so fun. I'm like, I am just not having fun shopping for my little one. And we're like, you know, bamboo pajamas we love, let's go for it, and let's make it cute boy ones but also girl ones, you know? So best of both worlds.
So fun.
So
And
just
so
a random
literally it
lunch.
just came.
Yeah.
So as co-founders and partners, like in my experience, there's always like, you know, strengths in each of you that complement each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what hats do you wear?
She is the other side of the brain that I do not have.
Which
So I'm
is-
like,
Go activate. You
I don't
have it,
activate.
I know you
I know. But like, I am like, I love using the creative side of my brain.
Yeah.
Like that's like marketing, communication, like coming up with fun prints and ideas. And Tori is like analytical. She's all about, you know, P&L statements, which I'm like, she has to rein me back a little bit because I have like these big ideas and like, let's order this. And she's like, oh, we're not there yet. You know, so we definitely make a great partnership. And I'm forever thankful that she is my business partner because I don't think I could honestly do it with anyone else.
Yeah,
and I am the least creative person. Like, my brain just doesn't go there. Like, I just have brain fog. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how are these people thinking of this creative content or something like that? Like, I have a brain block, and that's where she comes in. So it is literally like just 2 peas in a pod, and it works.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's literally perfect. From
really
again,
is.
other friends and clients and colleagues over the years, it helps to have those sort of 2 strengths.
Yeah, exactly.
Marcy is my numbers gal.
Okay.
Operations, all the things. She's a mastermind. And
Yeah.
I feel that so hard. She's like, great, bring it down. She's my leveling back to reality.
Yeah.
person.
She's
We
shooting
all-
for the stars, and I'm just like, oh, not there yet.
And whenever
you
we
always
get
have to have those
into
people.
each other's like lane, I'm always like, okay, let's stay in our own lane. You know, like this is what we're good at. Like I shouldn't be talking about our financials or anything like that. Like let me stay in my own lane.
Yeah. Okay, so I love it. So now that our listeners, our viewers, know a little bit more about you both. I thought it would be fun to play a little game of who's most likely to.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Okay.
So I'm going to read off a line, and you're going to point to the person who is most likely to do the thing.
Okay.
And you can point to yourself, too, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
Okay? Who is most likely to reheat their coffee 3 times and still not drink it?
I guess that's me.
Forget what they walked into a room for.
I think we both do.
I know. I was like,
The
that's
mom
me.
brain is real.
Me. Okay.
Be late because of just one quick trip to Target.
Oh my gosh.
Answer.
I do.
Well, this might be a little early, but answer work emails during soccer practice.
I do too.
No, literally.
So bad.
Cry during a Disney movie. Aw.
I'm like, we gotta get one correct, and we're both.
Okay, last one. Text on my way while you're still in your pajamas.
That was literally yesterday.
And hey, you could come in your pajamas at this point, right?
exactly.
I love it. You guys have had so many big moments in your business, and I'm really looking forward to recapping those. So when did Little Dreamers start? Let's start there. What year? It's fairly recent, right?
Yeah, June 2024 was our first launch.
24. Okay, so here we are, a little over a year later.
Yep.
Right? And you started with the idea of kids' pajamas, obviously. Focused on sort of kid-forward, boy-friendly, cute, for boys and girls, of course.
Yes.
How did the adults' idea launch?
Well, I think it kind of launched. We did some sip-in shops last holiday season in people's homes, and they're like, this material is so nice, so soft. And we got a lot of feedback saying like, we need these prints in our size. And these were like the moms and the grandmas talking. And I'm like, honestly, Tori, like, I love these too.
Yeah.
And if we can, eventually get to that stage where we're able to, I was like, let's do it. She's like, hold up. We got to sell more of these first. Like, one step
Do
at
the
a time.
cosses.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, how it came. It was just feedback from,
Yeah.
individuals that touched our pajamas.
Love.
A lot of people wanted like that mom and me
Yes.
or grandma and grandchild matching. So like, why not? Let's, we just had to work on the sizing, to make sure it fits our market. And that was the biggest hurdle. And then, once that was up and going, it's just smooth sailing from there.
Yeah.
So we have a family tradition where we wear the family pajamas.
Yes.
I mean, so do so many people. I think
Right.
for Christmas.
Right.
I think
They're
it's
coming.
sweet.
They're
Good.
coming.
Yes.
So
They're
good. Sign
coming.
me up.
Yes.
Sign me up. These are
I
so
love it.
comfortable, you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did a
Christmas is
great
my
job.
favorite too. So
Yeah.
if we can match in pajamas, do all things Christmas, I'm all for it.
How fun.
Yeah.
So how far, you probably are already planning for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Or
We
it's already
have
done. I mean,
just
right?
selected our designs. Tori was texting me this morning saying, I think we should go with these. So we're kind of narrowing it down, and lots of exciting
So
things ahead.
fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Hey, Coffee Monday friends. It's Ray Pardini Matson here with a cozy little update from my go-to coffee spot, Dutch Bros. Their 2025 fall menu just dropped, and trust me, these drinks are everything you need to kick off sweater season. First up, the Caramel Pumpkin Brulee, a returning fan fave that's basically fall in a cup. Think creamy caramel and all the pumpkin flavors. Next, another beloved classic, the Cookie Butter Latte. Sweet and perfect for those chilly mornings when you just need something comforting. And the big news this year, the brand new Candied Cherry Rebel. It's bold, sweet, and the perfect energy boost with a fall twist. Whether you're headed to work, a football game, or chasing the kiddos around the pumpkin patch, these are all great options to complement the fall season. I love that Dutch Bros has something for everyone, so grab your fall fave, snap a pic, and don't forget to check in with Dutch Bros on their app or Instagram at Dutch Bros Fresno for the latest happenings.
And I love the Bills inspired or
Yes.
Buffalo inspired.
Yeah,
Okay.
Buffalo.
Tell us about your success with these, because you've done them for a little while, right?
Yeah, we had these last year.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
And then we posted the 17 one. And, my brother Josh actually reposted it on his Instagram. I had no idea he was going to do that.
He didn't even give you a heads up.
Well, I mean, a month before, he had said, hey, I want to support your business, like anything I can do, you know.
Sweet.
And then a month goes by, we really didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, I watched this TikTok of how to cut your own son's hair, and I actually butchered my son's hair that day. And so I was in the barber shop getting Cashton's hair fixed when he was calling me.
Yeah.
And the barber was like, hey, someone's calling you, why don't you answer? And I'm like, no, like, let's just get this done, I'll give him a call later. And then he texted me like, hurry up, like, we need to talk now. And I'm like, Josh, like, what's so important right now, you know? And so I was like, I'll call you back in 5. And so we finished getting my son's haircut. I was actually still in the chair, and my phone just kept vibrating, and I'm like, is he really blowing me up right now? Like, was there an emergency?
Yes.
And no, we had all these Shopify orders coming in. It was insane. Tori
I was
called
trying to
me.
call her.
Yeah, she
I
was
had my phone.
Yeah, she was trying to get a hold of me too, and was
like, what is happening?
Yes. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't give me. I was thinking maybe she knew and she forgot to tell me, and I'm like, oh my
No.
gosh. No, she was.
And she's like, what do we do? You know? And I was like, just check the boxes. We're going to pre-sell these and saying continue to sell when out of stock. Because, I mean, literally, I looked at the stock and we had like 0 inventory.
Yeah.
So
like 30 seconds.
in
Yeah.
30 seconds. Yeah, it was crazy. They wiped us out, which was
amazing.
so
you
amazing.
guys.
Yeah.
So what happened? He posted about your business on his Instagram?
On his Instagram.
Okay.
And one thing about Josh, he's not a big social media guy, and that's very, you know, he keeps his life very private, which he
that.
does. Yeah. And he actually doesn't, like, he deletes his Instagram and then we'll bring it back on when he has to post an ad or anything like that. And so he was like, it was funny. He goes, when I got on my phone, the first thing that popped up was you guys posting the 17 design. And he goes, this is awesome. You know, this is great. And then he was like, I'm just gonna, you know,
share it.
I'm just gonna share it. And, you know, so it was, pretty funny.
Sweet.
So he tried to give a warning.
He did.
There was
It was
fire going on over there.
Yeah. Typical mom life.
Yeah.
That's so, like, perfect.
Yes.
But the thing is, she does really good haircuts for her sons. Like, every time I go up there, I'm like, his haircut looks really good. She's like, I did it.
That's
so
impressive.
she should not have watched that TikTok because whatever you're doing prior was really good.
Yeah.
Stick to what you know.
Stick to what I know. Yeah. Don't try
So
something.
this was for the Buffalo-inspired kids.
Correct. Yes.
Right? So that just, like, blew up, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
There was a lot of demand on that too, of people saying, I want to match with, you know, my kid, or I just want it just for me. I don't have kids, but I want adults. So there was a big response of people wanting that. So that's what really drove it to, like, let's hurry up and get on
do
and
this.
do, you know,
Yeah.
the Buffalo inspired ones too.
Yeah.
So fun. I love it.
Especially
you
in
guys.
California, you know, the games usually start at 10 a.m. So,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going to someone's house for a watch party, I mean, most
might
of the
still
time
be
I'm watching it on my couch. So these are
Right?
perfect.
That's
Yeah.
so perfect.
Yeah.
And there's such a loyal, fun fan base here that supports Josh, that supports the team.
Yes.
That just is fun to see
Yes.
the support, right?
It is.
The Bills
Yeah.
Mafia
The Bills
runs deep.
Mafia.
They
is
run deep.
loyal.
They
They are very
Yeah.
loyal.
Yes.
It's so great. So great. So, and now obviously with the growth come the adults.
Right.
And you're
Exactly.
launching more prints with adults too?
Yes. For
Love.
Christmas and lots of fun things
So
coming.
fun, you guys.
Women's are brand new, and we're working on men's, so those are coming.
So exciting.
Yes.
So the whole fam
Whole
can
family
match.
can match.
Whole fam
Yeah.
match,
I love it. You guys have done a great job about kid sizing too. Because I know
thank
your littles are a little younger than mine.
Yeah.
But mine live in all
Yes.
of their little dreamers
Oh,
pajamas.
good.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, so cute.
Oh, thank you.
And good sizing. Great sizing, great
think so.
quality, wash well, obviously super soft. It's been
Like
great.
cooling too, so they're not so
Yes.
hot, especially living
Yes.
here. It's just burning up all the time, so it's a little bit more breathable.
Well, and I think this recent repost, you know, has really shown the power of social media too. So
Yeah.
you guys were already active on social, which is great. You're
Right.
on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yes, we're mostly on Instagram. We're getting into TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fair. Says everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta get on the
We're all
trends.
similar
I know. We're
ages.
like trying to, stay with the
What
times.
What are the kids doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Show me
Yep.
the trending
Yeah.
sounds.
Yep. Yeah. Audio. Oh my gosh. Caitlin found the funniest reel the other day. I'll send it to you guys. It was like me after finding the perfect trending audio. It's like I need to what is it? Feel grass, see grass, touch greenery. Because it takes so long to figure out.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
What feels
to scroll.
right. It's a whole thing.
But once you get it
gosh.
right, it's good.
Yep.
And it's such a captive audience, which is great.
Oh
Yes.
I imagine your buyers are obviously moms,
Yes.
women, females, which is
Yep.
great. So tell me too about what other sort of like grassroots efforts have you done to grow the brand outside of social?
Okay.
And or any other additional advice for people that are just starting out. It doesn't have to be in retail, it could be small shops, right? So you mentioned, was it like a sip and shop?
Sip and shop.
Okay, because I've seen, I follow, support all of it, but tell the listeners about what your efforts have been.
Yeah. So around the holidays, last year we did some sip and shops, and those were in people's homes.
Yeah.
And we actually sold a lot of pajamas, but they hosted like holiday parties, and they would invite all their friends, and that really helped us gain exposure. So based off of that, looking forward of like, what are we going to do this year? We're actually going to be at the Clovis Flea Market.
Oh, good one.
So yeah, we're going to be there, and that'll be brand new.
That's our first large local event.
So that's
event.
November, right?
Yes.
That's November. We are actually headed to the Miami game, and we're gonna do a tailgate for 5,000 people, which will be insane. We're traveling there, so right now it's just like gaining exposure and getting people like who might not be on social media or who might not be following us. Like, how do we, go even further and get our brand out there? And so right now we're really focusing on that, on being strategic of where we're, putting our pajamas and in the different markets too. Another thing that we're doing is, we're offering wholesale, but we're also being very selective with those
I
partnerships.
was going to ask.
Yeah.
I saw you posted about that the other day.
Yeah.
Actually, just like being really thoughtful and mindful of who your retailers would be, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you look for in a retailer, I guess?
We look for someone who's active on social media because if they're, and also one that wants to share our brand, right?
Yeah.
So when someone walks into their store, they're like, oh my gosh, feel these pajamas, they're from California, huge Buffalo fans, obviously. And then also someone that, wants to order all of our pajamas too, essentially. So we do have exclusivity with one boutique in Buffalo, leveled up. Yeah, so Tori's gonna meet me in Buffalo, and we're gonna be filming content with them.
So fun.
And then another one in Virginia, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Monday's Classic.
So right now we're in 2, but we're being very selective because we don't want to oversaturate the market and really be strategic about those partnerships.
That's smart. And then they could obviously always buy direct.
Exactly.
That's the
That's
huge
the goal.
driver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our next, I guess, goal is to ship to Canada. We have a lot of interest of people in Canada.
I see that.
Yeah.
Because it's right there at the border. So we're hoping sometime soon we can start shipping there, and
It's just the shipping costs are like as expensive as a pair of pajamas. So.
Yeah, and how are you learning all this? Because I feel like the shipping dynamic of a business is a lot. So things like Shopify are obviously really great because they probably do a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure there are legalities to shipping things in another country. Like, how does that work?
Shopify does help to some degree when it comes to the paperwork needed, customs, taxes, and all that stuff. So they do help. It's just we're trying to get that cost lower for the customer, so they're not paying, some crazy amount for shipping. So that's kind of just the drawback right there, is trying to get the cost down.
Yeah.
And, so hopefully some of the people from Canada can go to that boutique leveled up in Buffalo and pick up, because some people will come across, get something from the boutique and go back. So I'm hoping that helps too.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Buffalo friends that are fans of Buffalo Bills that live in Canada. So I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can get in a boutique there too, and they can just go right on over.
Yeah, they would love that. And they have little boys actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect. I'll have to tell them.
Yeah.
So working moms is a challenge, and you both have careers and have decided to sort of launch your own business and have the flexibility of balancing work life with mom life. What would you say the hardest part has been so far, especially with the recent growth?
I guess trying to balance it all.
Yeah.
I mean, just being a mom is hard. Working or not, being a mom is one of the toughest jobs, most rewarding, obviously. But I mean, that in itself is trying to, give if you have one child, that attention, or you have multiple, trying to, you know, split the attention. Obviously, if you're married too, you have a husband. So that in itself is already hard. And then trying to juggle, you know, working and then a business is very hard. So I'm still trying to figure it out myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I try to like set time, like, okay, this is when I'm going to respond to emails for Little Dreamers, or this is time where we can work on our designs. But kind of right now we're just sporadic on when we can. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it's like going from like a 9 to 5, right? 9 to 5, those are the hours you work. But I feel like when you own your own business, like my brain never shuts off, you know? Like we're texting before the kids wake up, when we go to bed. She's like, why are you still up at midnight, you know? And like, you know, so it is, I think the hardest part is like setting boundaries. And but with growing a business and trying to grow this brand, like I feel like boundaries are really hard. And maybe we'll get better at that eventually, but it's just challenging.
You're in growth mode now, though.
We are in
like
growth.
we're grinding right now, so it's go, go, go. Eventually, like once everyone knows who Little Dreamers company is, you know, we can kind of like set those boundaries, and you know, on these days we do marketing, or on these, you know, kind of
totally
set times.
And give yourself grace. Because there's different seasons too. So you're in the building phase. You're in the growth mode phase. You're also, your kids are little. So you're in the thick of it in all the ways, right?
Yeah.
So I would say give yourself grace. I've been there. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But also being conscious of the boundaries is great. So sometimes I feel like if you're just like go, go, go all the time, never turning it off, never recognizing like, oh, I probably should be going to bed at this time instead of scrolling on TikTok looking for audio. I don't know.
Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
And as you grow, you obviously, in theory, goals would be able to outsource some of the stuff that's taking you a lot of time to do. Right?
Yes.
So that's great.
We always talk about this imaginary vision board that we have. We don't truly have one. We keep saying we're going to work on it. We're like, put that on the vision board. You know, like,
Love that.
outsource that. Put that on the vision board. But we don't have a vision board.
You haven't had time to put a vision board together.
I hear you throw a great vision board workshop. So
actually, I'm going to do a mid-year check-in.
Okay.
Oh my
Even though it's August. That's perfect, right?
Oh, yeah,
2
there we
months
go.
late. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
But yes, the vision, I so strongly believe in a vision board.
Yeah.
I feel like it's manifesting to the extreme. I put mine on my vanity. I did them with my girls actually this year, which is super sweet.
Yeah.
And like you can, I strongly believe in it. And then you do a mid-year check-in, or in this case, an 8-month plus check-in. And you can sort of see like, okay, are these things I really still want to do? Can I pivot? Can I, update, remove, whatever? So it doesn't have to feel so like hold yourself accountable for something and then set yourself up for failure.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, we need
You don't want that.
We need tips and tricks on just, I guess, making one, because we always reference that. Put it on the vision
Love
board.
that.
Put it on the vision board.
We have all these big visions, big dreams. It's great. Mental note.
Yeah, exactly.
Mental note. I love it. So
the beautiful floral centerpiece you see on our shows is styled by floral artist Darcy Hovsepian of DH Floral. And the flowers themselves are actually grown and sourced from local flower farms right here in our Central Valley, thanks to the creation of the San Joaquin Flower Collective. As the first and only source for 100% locally grown flowers in the valley, the San Joaquin Flower Collective's biggest mission is to reduce the need for imported flowers for flower growers and lovers alike. By streamlining the ordering process with an online shopping experience, prioritizing collaboration over competition, and raising awareness for our local flower movement through weekly flower pop-ups on Wednesdays from 10 to 12, they're changing the way farm-grown flowers are bought and sold in the valley. As a wholesaler, a retailer, or just a flower lover, you can follow along at SJ Flower Collective on Instagram for their latest happenings and info on their weekly Wednesday Fresh Bloom pop-ups.
what advice would you have for other moms that are getting started? I know you said we kind of started off with that a little bit, but if you have anything else to add as far as like just do it or you know, do it with passion is kind of what I gathered.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, mine is always do it, because like that very first hurdle is the biggest one. Everyone's so scared of failure, which is I am too, but like I think doing it with her, she helped me get over that hurdle too, because we were both like, let's just do it. You know, and I think just having that support and you're just not alone too helped. But that very first jump of, and a lot of people, you know, I don't know, creating a business like an LLC or sole proprietorship, that's also nobody really knows, you know, unless you're in that thing.
I think at least my experience, what holds people up.
Yes.
It's like, oh, that just sounds too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Too much. I'm just going to not do it.
Yeah.
And they have such great ideas. I'm like, but you should, and I know that you will do well, and I know you will succeed. So
And I think with that, it's also 3 things. Believing in yourself. I think that goes a long way. Knowing that you can do it. Jumping all in. You just dive feet first, all in, like put all your eggs in that basket and you're gonna see success. And then third, I would say consistency. Every day we wake up, like how are we going to grow our brand? What can we be posting on social media? How are we gonna sell more pajamas today? It's just those 3 things I feel like go a long way. And when people see that you're consistent and that you're all in on something, they get bought in. You know, you can't just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this once a week or maybe once a month. It's like, no, consistency is key in all aspects of life.
And I could not agree with you more.
Yeah.
I feel like that even about like the podcast, for example. When I started it, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Even if it's taking more time than I thought or having to work around schedules, consistency is everything. That is such great advice.
Yeah.
Such great advice. The other thing too, when you mention it, both of you mentioned it, diving in, just doing it. I feel like there's this big, and maybe this is taboo to say, so sorry, but like there's this big misconception of like, oh, you have to write a business plan. And, and make sure that you have all your, you know, I's dotted and T's crossed before you start. And that's also, I feel, personal opinion, is a barrier for people. That's how they get overwhelmed, where they're like,
if it helps any, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't sit down and do a business plan. But it is like a stigma, I guess, with it. Like, if you're going to start a business, start with a business plan.
And that's mature.
Yeah.
If you have one,
it is.
Great. Just putting that out there. If you have a business plan, that's awesome. But don't let
proud of you.
not having one prohibit you from starting.
Yes. Exactly.
And there's a lot of like resources and workshops too that people can attend. Like if it's just like how to form an LLC, like there's a lot of resources out there. It's just, you know, using them, you know, finding, you know, where the workshops are. If it's, you know, the sales tax, their office does different workshops on how to collect and remit and file sales tax. There's all these things that people can use to help, I guess, get the groundwork going.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, do you guys have any mentors like in your life that have sort of like shaped you, or maybe you're entrepreneurial and are like, oh, they can do it, I can do it?
I don't know. Entrepreneurial ones.
They don't have to be entrepreneurial. They could just be people that have guided you, you know?
Guided me.
I don't think it's necessarily like a mentor, but like my mom is like a hard worker. Like she works. She doesn't have boundaries. She probably should. But like seeing that, I think kind of gives me like, I guess, a groundwork of like what I need to do. And I think that's where I'm like always working. So I'm like, we're in the growth stage. Like we got to get stuff done. This is the time to do it. And just seeing her, I guess, lights the fire inside of me to just work hard.
So her mom's in real estate too, and I will say her parents have also been a mentor to me, like getting started. And I think when you're an entrepreneur, I feel like the biggest thing you can do to other people is also help them be successful or share tips and tricks, because I honestly believe there's enough business in the world for everyone, right? So it's like, it's okay, like, don't keep everything a secret. Don't gatekeep, because at the end of the day, like, I want you, Ray, to be successful. I want you to be successful, Tori. So, you know, so yeah, I think your parents have done that for me in real estate and also in life. And, you know, I think it's really awesome.
Yeah, that's so great. If only everybody felt that way.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you run into like people that are gatekeeping, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't have asked that. But, like when people ask us, I'm like, yeah, this is how we do it. This is what we did. Like, if you want to go and do the same thing, great, you know. But you got to make yourself different. You know, I think that's the main thing. Make yourself stand out.
Yeah, and that was one of my questions, but I feel like we've already kind of touched on that. It's like there are other pajama companies out there, right? There are others that maybe have not the same, but similar sort of feel.
Yeah. Right.
Obviously not the same styles, but like there's a lot out there in the market in this space.
Yeah.
But I agree with you 100%. There's room for everybody.
Right.
And also, what do you tell people when you're like, okay, but what sets Little Dreamers apart from the others? I mean, obviously, aside from both of you, which I think is a huge selling point. I really do. Because people want to support local. People want to support small. People want to support people.
Yeah.
Not
and I
just,
think that's key. It's like when we just post the product, we might not get as many likes or as many follows. But when we post real life, walking our strollers with the toddler on our hip,
Screaming.
it's like, and they're screaming in the background, like that's real life. That is raw, and people can resonate with that.
You just put the trending audio on top of this.
Yeah, or don't.
Or don't.
Like, that is real. Like, even when we were on the phone the other day and I heard little voices in the background, I'm like, this is so perfect. Like, story of my life. I get it. Trust me.
I think the key is to be relatable.
And another thing that what sets us apart, I was like, okay, so my son is a year and he's in 18-month clothing. Big boy. I put him last night into a 3 to 6, our evergreen pajama, and it fit him snug, but he was still in it. So these pajamas really do grow with their little ones, and they stretch. And so there are other bamboo pajamas out there, and sometimes they don't grow with your child, or sometimes they're like 6 to 9, and you get that use out of it. So $34 might sound like a lot for a pajama, but it's well worth your investment because your little one will be wearing them way past,
I agree with that. I bought true to size for MJ, my son, and he's grown. And then, like, we wear our Halloween pajamas here. It's fine.
I just had my daughter in our Christmas one, so it's
fine.
Yeah, all year round. It's not holiday.
Yeah. So with the adult launch, do you have like a dream collab in mind or celebrity? Like, if a celeb were to wear these, it would be a win.
Today's episode setup is extra cozy thanks to the Linen Shop. They provided the beautiful lounge furniture we're sitting on right here. If you don't already know them, the Linen Shop has the largest selection of specialty linens in the Valley. Think fun patterns, textures, and colors that really bring an event to life. We've used them several times for our Mumsy Media events and are always super pleased with the quality and the wide variety of linens that the Linen Shop brings to the table. No pun intended. But there's so much more than linens, actually. They've got an amazing new line of lounge furniture and unique bars, tons of chair rental options, luxury draping, plus all the finishing touches like flatware, chargers, and glassware. Basically, everything you need to make your event look next level. So check out thelinenshop.biz. That's shop, SHOPPE, and follow them on Instagram for more details.
Go ahead, do yours.
I mean, I have kind of two, but first one that came to mind was, I don't know if you know her, but Whitney Carson on Dancing with the Stars. She has 2 little boys, so I really resonate with her because I'm like, her boys are crazy and my boys are crazy, but she just also shares a lot of like mom content, and also she's a great dancer, and I grew up watching her, but
I love her. I'll have to start following her. I love her on the show. Yeah. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Wait, who's your second? You said you had 2.
Oh, I mean, the other one that came to mind was Hillary Duff. She is so nostalgic to me because I grew up watching her, but like also seeing her be a mom, and just, she's just so relatable, and I don't know. I've always loved Hillary Duff.
I love her too.
Yeah.
Do you mean Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, right? Lizzie McGuire? I know.
Mine would be, I think it would be Jessie James Decker.
Oh, you should have told me that.
Yeah,
she was just here.
She was talking about that. I think when she was here what month was it? I think it was
May.
May?
Yes. You were supposed to come to Mom's Time Out.
Okay, I think they had something going, but she's just so real. Like,
she really is. She just
keeps it real. I just love seeing her on social media. Yeah. Her, I guess, humor. It just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like you see some celebrities and they're just kind of, I guess, reserved on like their personality. She just lets it out there, and I love it.
I know too. That's why we booked her. Yeah. She's just very raw and real, and she really is so genuine in person. Like when we met before.
It seems like I'm over here like I know her.
No. She insane. I act like I don't know her that well. I met her one night.
Yeah.
But she's very like. I remember leaving the conversation after we like prepped for the show or whatever, and I felt like I was talking to my friend.
Yeah.
You just was very easy. She's whatever you want, Ray. Like, let me know. make sure she said the right things, and like she was amazing.
She comes across as that, just seeing her on social media. That's why I'm like, I just like raw and authentic, and she's a mom, you know, so.
Yeah, a 4.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
4 plus.
Yes.
I also feel like that. I feel like relatable is kind of the common denominator here.
Yeah.
People want to know that they're not alone. People want to know that it's not all perfectly posed and like there is some real like
we have
struggles behind that, you know. I love that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, so you talked about our vision board, but like, do you have, so you mentioned goals. I'm talking goals. I'm talking vision for the company, big picture. We're manifesting these celebrity collabs right now. Putting it out there.
In our vision board.
Yes.
Imagine it.
Any other like, so you have blankets too though, right?
Yes, we have blankets.
And we have, so our original blanket is a mink, one side's mink, one side's bamboo. Super soft. And then we just, they should be coming in, you know, in the next week or two, but it's one side is a plush and the other side's bamboo. So it's 2 different styles, but they're super
And they
soft.
match these pajamas.
And they're going to match, of course.
So cute.
Yeah.
Great gifts.
Yes, great gifts. Yeah.
Like I always feel like a good matching set is like chef's kiss.
That was a vision. And then we're doing like a baby shower type print. So like for a gift, there'll be a blanket, swaddles. So you can just really put them all in a basket, get one, but it's going to be like a gift. Type
like
of
a
thing.
one-stop shop. Hey, I have a baby shower on Saturday. Okay, it's all packaged, ready to go. Here you go.
Amazing.
Here's a matching set for the mom too. So
I think a lot of local people love that because they're always like, oh shoot, I forgot to get a gift. You know, shipping won't get here in time. Can I get a onesie? I'm like, we're here.
Yeah, do you do local pickup?
We do, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So they can come right on over.
Yeah. I love
We got
that.
you.
How do you, with all these fun prints, fun ideas, all the creative juices flowing all the time, how do you choose the prints?
it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes
is
we take it
that
to
what I
social
think
media.
would be overwhelming? I did see you do that
We
the
did some
other
polls.
day. That was fun.
We did some
I voted on the poll.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
They're both cute.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you, literally you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How do you do that?
I think that helps because when we're like, hey, or when we're like, not arguing, but when we have different opinions on like which print is cuter, Tori's like, do a poll, whatever wins, you know, we'll choose.
Settle it.
Yeah, we'll settle it. And so that really helps us like know to, because sometimes what we think is cute might not be what our audience thinks is cute. So really, you know, filling out the market and asking our audience, like, what would you choose really helps us decide. And I also feel like that makes them feel like they're involved in our company and a part of it, and they were a part of that decision making, which I think is really neat too.
Totally. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I voted for that one. I'm buying that now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
What is your favorite quality about working with Nicala? And Nicala, what's your favorite quality about working with Tory?
Her favorite quality. I would say her confidence and her creativity. She's so confident and I lack there in a sense because I'm just like, oh, I'm more reserved. Like, oh, you know, I'm scared to fail. You're like, oh no, let's not do that. And she's like, let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Who cares? And I'm like, oh yeah, who cares? yeah, so
She's
true.
a right girl.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, who cares, Nikki? So I love that about her because it brings out a level of confidence in me that I probably wouldn't have if it was just me.
Yeah. I just do. I don't really think. And she thinks.
Yeah.
Before she does.
So I'm like, yeah, let's go, girl.
But what I love about Tori, I mean, she's such a hard worker, and to be 100% in, like I'm 100% in, is really, really neat. And then her attention to detail, like we need that in the business because sometimes I do things so fast. I'm like, let's just do it, you know. And she's like, she really like slows down, like let's take a look at this. And I think that's just so essential in running a successful business because, isn't that sweet?
So sweet.
I don't think I've ever told you that.
See, we needed this. You're welcome. But I think that's the perfect example of you're go, 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 go all the time.
Yeah.
So stop, take a minute, take a breath.
Right.
Relish in your success. You guys are on the up and up. This is great. What can everybody expect from Little Dreamers in the next, say, 2 years? What do you think?
Let's see. Well, for sure, obviously, new designs, new I guess, feel, vibe, different holiday stuff. We love a good holiday print. Like, we love, like, Halloween. So we're for sure always going to do holiday stuff, but just getting just ones that are going to be selling throughout the year. Like, we're starting on that, like, a baby shower gift collection. We're doing the adult ones, so that's something else that's on
huge.
the new
Yeah.
stuff. Hasn't been finalized yet, but we may do something like crib sheets.
Yeah, matching crib
add-
sheets.
yeah.
Bamboo crib sheets. Yes, please.
And I love changing my son's crib
Yes.
sheets, like especially for holidays, whether
was
it's
gonna say.
Valentine's Day or Christmas, but to like have it matching the pajama,
Oh.
really cool.
Amazing. Also, holiday sheets, big fan.
Yes.
That's what we were just talking about.
Like if my kids could have their Grinch sheets on, you're
Yes,
Oh my
year round.
gosh, same. My
Yeah.
husband would have to rip those out of my
know.
hands. I love Christmas, like everything.
same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fun.
And I think another thing I should add is, we're doing this out of Tori's garage.
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good
where is-
point.
Is that your
Yes.
office? Like, is that where you guys meet, or do you just? I mean, it's on the phone. It's out. It's all
Both.
over.
Her
Both.
house, my house, but
Yeah.
my garage right now is the warehouse. So
is
yes.
the warehouse. So
Go ahead.
I don't want you to live like that forever.
Thanks, friend.
So I mean, maybe we'll have a warehouse big enough to,
a great goal.
host all of our
Yeah.
inventory. So that's probably a goal in the near future. So
Yes, I didn't even think about that. That is
Amazing.
a goal. Yes.
So you guys store and ship all your own stuff right now?
Right
Yeah,
now.
that's part of it, right?
Yep.
You gotta
Yeah, and so
start
when
there.
we get this big shipment, second week of football season, I think we've actually recruited 15 of our closest friends, and we're gonna make tacos, margaritas, and just have a shipping party because we're gonna need all the help.
I love it.
We have a lot to pack, and we can't do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
They might get their orders in December. If it's just
But that's part of getting scrappy too.
Yeah.
And the community coming together and friends and
Yes.
family, like that's everything.
huge.
It is
Oh,
huge.
huge. We are so
Yeah.
thankful. Like,
And that's going to be one of those pinch me moments, right? You're going to look
Yeah.
back and you're going to be like, wow, that happened.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I was telling her too. Is just looking, it just over the last year, like just seeing where it is today. Like I don't even like we definitely dreamt of it, but I'm like, oh my gosh, just like here, like for sure, pinch me,
So great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great. So how can our listeners, viewers follow you guys? Tell us where. Instagram?
Yes, Instagram at Little Dreamers Company.
Okay.
And then they can go to our website, littledreamerscompany.com, and they can shop there. Also, getting on TikTok. Everything's just like Little Dreamers Company. So follow us
Love
on
it.
those platforms.
Love
yeah.
it. Love it. And adult is coming soon. So by the time this drops, most of the adult will be available.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And these are amazing, you guys. So soft, so true to size too, which is
Yes.
great.
Yes.
And cozy, breathable, all the things. So
Yep.
I'm so grateful to have you guys here today.
Oh,
Thank you
we're
for
so
doing
happy to
this.
be
Yeah.
here.
Thank you so much
And
for having us.
can't wait to see all the growth that's to come. So cheers,
Yes.
friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Feel free to rate and review this episode here and connect with us on Instagram if you have any thoughts, questions, or any guest suggestions. Thanks.